Welcome y'all to Coffee Chat with Madison Christine MC. So sit with this one. Niceness is overrated and truth is underrated. So I know I've touched on this before, but it's getting even more and more intense and important to me, and I want to share it. It's a conviction. You know, we've been raised in this world to be good girls and good boys. And when people get along, that's a good job, you know. Just think as kids grow up, right? As little toddlers and on, they have their temper tantrums. You're in school, some kids having a harder emotional reactivity. Yeah, we take these things seriously when they get into red zone, right? But a child is put into often a timeout when they literally have a natural frustration reaction. And then that then imparts to the child, it's a shame-based type of discipline, right? All of a sudden, the child is getting the message that there's something wrong with them for having an emotion that is uncomfortable for the parent or anyone to witness, right? So one thing I love, I also resource Gabor Mate on trauma. He's like the most classic example of someone who has been a doctor, psychologist, and studied this. And most of you probably listening know of his name or know of who he is, coined in the trauma world, and he speaks to this very, very exquisitely. So I'll plug that in my resources. But what I want to get at is that we often get taught that even certain relationships, they never have any problems. They've been together for 50, 60 years. It's the rebel in me or the truth person in me is always like, that's great, but what's really going on, right? It's that kind of Pollyanna bullshit that we've grown up in. And we all know, if we look at nature, she has her hurricanes, earthquakes, ugly things happen, ugly deaths happen, beautiful things happen. It's vital, it's vibrant, right? That's us, you guys. We are true nature. We're pure energy. So when you're frustrated or I'm frustrated, it's natural to get frustrated. It's natural if this was me yesterday, on the phone with a credit card company and you're seeing through their fucking lies and manipulation. It's natural to be fucking pissed. And if you're not, that's where something is wrong, right? Of course, we learn to refine as we get older, right? We hope to learn how to manage our emotions, regulate our emotions and all that. But these days, I need to plug this in, you guys. If you're not having a little rage outburst here and there, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I would be checking you in, because stuff is going on that should be pissing us off, and enough to push back on all the lies and all the things and all the rules that are actually harmful, right? So true love, and I'm watching this in my life, in my circle of people, it is so much more powerful when we are honest. When you're in a relationship, conflict is part of a relationship, especially if you've been together for years and years, right? It's part of the growth aspect. It's part of understanding, because if we come in with assumptions, you're fucked, right? And I've learned the hard way. I've made many assumptions in my history, and I'm getting a lot smarter now to learn grace and questions, and also learn the ability to let it be ugly, to let things be messy as a part of this refining. So check in with yourself if you're interested, and ask yourself, am I being too nice versus am I being honest? Honesty and love and trust go all together, and integrity. And that's an aspect of leadership too. And this planet needs that in each of us more than ever in order to keep going. We need that. That love is it's fucking powerful, right? It's not pretty and tied up in a bow and tra la 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 la. It has its beautiful fucking moments, yes. Sexy as fuck when it's honest and true. Nothing will ever last if the repression of a shadow stays there, and a couple or whoever the family system is just tries to make nicey nice, and then they'll end up punishing the person that's honest, when the person that's honest is actually giving the most love and care. So I want to leave it at that. Shout out to honesty and truth and bringing that forward and allowing our emotions to be the raw emotions they are. Of course, not here to hurt people, but truly being real and showing that and keeping your field clean and clear with those emotions and that honest experience. Your body also gets lifted from a deep burden when you do that. So thank you for listening. It's MadisonChristine.net, and I'll meet you all on the flip.